go? It's your man Mike Bowens coming to you once again live and direct. Listen, I got another powerful message for you. This message is entitled, Why Stimulus Checks Are Bad Ideas. Now, a lot of people might not agree with this, but that's okay. I'm just going to tell it to you from a different angle in the way that God's been showing it to me. Okay, I remember years ago when I was in college and taking an economics course. And one of the things that I learned when I was taking that course was that when there is not enough money in the economy, it's deflation, meaning the value of the money decreases. And when there's too much money in the economy, it's called inflation. The prices of things begin to cost more, right? And there's such a thing called hyperinflation. So when they give out stimulus checks because of the pandemic and people have to stay home and things of that nature, and not a lot of people out there working, it may feel good for the moment, like, hey, we getting stimulus checks, or some people getting stimulus checks. I know if you earn a certain amount of money, you don't receive stimulus checks, but then if you earned over $1 million a year, they actually gave you $1 million check. So 40,000 people who earn over $1 million got $1 million check. That's called the CARES Act. However, when you put too much money into the economy, what happens is you cause inflation or hyperinflation. So for the fact that these checks are being given out, and I know some people who are not even alive anymore have been receiving these checks, right? People that haven't worked in a long time are receiving these checks. And basically the Federal Reserve is just printing money. And anybody knows the more money that you print and put into the economy, you will have what's called hyperinflation. So what does that mean? Let me break it down. Let me make it real simple, real plain. This is where the Bible says that in Revelations that a loaf of bread will be like a day's wages. You got to figure like a loaf of bread could be like $100 if they continue to pass out money as they're doing, right? And so if you're not prepared and you're on the back end of this, one loaf of bread is $100. So how much is a piece of chopped meat? It could be like $90, right? Milk, $70. Fill up your gas tank, $200. And before you know it, most people don't have that much money to begin with. They're only able to get a few items. So how do they make it? How do they continue to move forward? And this is why you always got to think ahead and you got to prepare. Because those who prepare to fail, they fail to plan. And you must think ahead, right? And that's what God keeps showing me about Joseph. Joseph got the dreams, got the vision from God, and he prepared ahead of time. You got to be able to see what's going on with a clear eye view. See exactly what's going on and ask God to open up your understanding, right? That you can see exactly what the enemy is doing behind the scenes. They're not just going to always come out and tell you, hey, we're giving you, we're trying to cause hyperinflation. No, but they make it look attractive. We know that you're not working. We know that because of the pandemic, people must stay home, blah, 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 blah. And now, guess what? We're going to give you stimulus checks. We're going to help out the American people. You know, if you have kids, we're going to give $500 per child. You know, and this is going to help circulate the economy. But if there's too much money in the economy, I'm going to say this again, you're going to cause inflation. And if there's too much, if there's more than where it's just inflation, you can have hyperinflation. And that's when the gold starts going crazy. You know, at one point it was like $700 an ounce. Now I believe it's up to $2,000 an ounce. That's why silver was lower, and now that is rising. When you start to see those things, you understand that, hey, the dollar is volatile. There was a point in time where they took the dollar off of the gold standard, so it's not backed by anything anymore. So if there was an economic collapse, you don't have no money. So this is people that have, say you got $5 million, say you got $1,000, say you got $10,000 in the bank. Let's just, because I know it's not everybody have $5 million and some people don't have 10,000. Say somebody have $1,000 in the bank, or say you have 10,000, say you have 100,000, whatever. And because society, the money is so volatile and an economic collapse would have happened, that means overnight that money means nothing. It vanishes. And so what I want you to understand is I want you to be able to see exactly what's going on. Every time they're talking about they want to give out a stimulus check, you have to understand that they are causing hyperinflation. And you must be a person who is proactive and that you have food enough for enough time that you're able to feed yourself and your loved ones and maybe even your neighbors. But I know most people have a do for me only mentality. But at the very least, if you have food stored, right, water and things of that nature, medicine, medical supplies, things of that nature, so that you are not caught off guard when hyperinflation begins to start. Because it's only a matter of time that this will happen, because you can't keep just printing money and give it out. You can't keep doing that because you lose the value. It's like you ladies who like nice pocketbooks, or men that like nice shoes. Once you put out too much of something, it lowers its value. When it's only a certain amount, it rises in value. For example, the Jordans, Air Jordans. They only make a certain amount of Jordans, and it keeps the shoe in high demand. That there's lines standing outside of the stores for people waiting to buy the newest set of Jordans because it's a limited amount. They don't make so many, because if you have so many, then guess what? Everybody can have them. But when they have a limited amount, then it's like, whoa, only the people who have them. Now it means more because not everybody can have it. And I want you to understand that when you see these signs, when you see stimulus package, when you see them constantly giving money, though it looks like it's helping people, in reality it's actually hurting people. So I want you to prepare yourself, prepare your family, and see the signs. Ask God to open up your understanding that you may see and hear and know how to prepare and how to plan for the times that's coming up ahead. This is your man Mike Bowens. I hope this message inspired you, encouraged you, and to see what's hidden in plain sight. Until next time, I'm signing off.